We now have a report on Teoscar Hernandez as he gets closer to signing with the Dodgers. Also, going to get into a statement that he just put out on Instagram, a powerful statement to all the Dodger fans out there. We're going to get into all that here in this episode of Dodgers Digest. Hey, this is Mike Nelson. Make sure to subscribe. I want to thank the almost 9% of you who are watching these videos who have already hit the sub button, but 90% of you have not jumped on the program yet. I want to thank the over 5,000 of you who have already subscribed. Myself and Brad J. will bring you the everyday Dodger content. You don't want to miss out. Hit that sub button and subscribe to the best Dodgers channel on YouTube. Let's get right into it. Of course, the Dodgers are now predicted to sign the three-time Silver Slugger Teoscar Hernandez to a $54 million deal. That is an absolute bargain. This is coming from Bleacher Report's Tim Kelly. He's predicting that both sides will eventually agree on a 3-year, $54 million deal. And as this article gets into this information here from DodgersBlue.com, this will be slightly below his market value projection, which SpotTrack has it at 3 years, $71 million. Of course, this could become a bidding war if multiple teams get involved, which is expected. But if he really wants to stay on the Dodgers, it could be possible that he's just going to sign this team-friendly 3-year, $54 million deal. This would be absolutely massive. What do you guys think? Do you think Teoscar Hernandez is going to sign a contract of, maybe it won't be exactly 3 years, 54, but do you think a 3-year, $60 million deal, getting about $20 million a year just to remain on the Dodgers? That's a big question. What do you guys think? Comment below. Is Teoscar Hernandez dedicated enough to the Dodgers that he wants to continue winning? He's only been with the Dodgers for 1 year, and he, of course, won the World Series for the first time in his Major League Baseball career. And does he want to keep that going? Does he want to be part of a team where he can win multiple World Series and basically stay at a bargain price? And that also opens up the door for the Dodgers to go out and get Juan Soto as well. The Dodgers, as we know, are not currently in the running for Juan Soto. They haven't even met with him. There's no scheduled meetings, but you can't rule out that the Dodgers could potentially jump on that, right? Especially after the first few meetings, if Juan Soto doesn't come to an agreement with any of the teams that he's meeting with and the price is just too high for these teams, the Dodgers could jump in and make a competitive offer for Juan Soto. And now, with Teoscar Hernandez potentially agreeing to less money, this makes things even easier to build another super team in 2025. I think it's absolutely great that the Dodgers they can work out a deal at this level for a player at Teoscar Hernandez is one of the best outfielders in Major League Baseball. The guy has been underrated his whole career, like we've seen. And last year was the absolute proof, right? Because before last year, like I've talked about before on the channel, Teoscar Hernandez did not get much credit for his play. And I think last year he really proved that this guy is one of the premier stars for sure in baseball. And, he's a player that everybody wants, right? Now, looking at the other side, you want to play devil's advocate. I do think it's a bit low, that offer. It is a bit low. It does seem a bit unrealistic that Teoscar Hernandez would sign a contract at that level this early in free agency, considering the fact that there's probably a lot of multiple offers from other teams that could even potentially reach the $100 million mark, maybe more, if somebody wants to sign into a long contract. Now, he is, of course, as we know, 33 years old. He is getting up there, but there's teams out there that could potentially say, it's okay, we'll sign you till you're 39, 40 years old. We will take that chance just to get you on this team, such as potentially the Giants or the Mets, teams like that, right? Teams that are desperate right now to pick up something to compete with the Dodgers. The Atlanta Braves have been mentioned as another team that Teoscar Hernandez could potentially consider. And then, of course, you cannot rule out the possibility that he goes back to Canada and plays with the Toronto Blue Jays. Teoscar Hernandez has said in interviews that Toronto will always be a home for him. It will always have a special place in his heart. So if the Blue Jays can offer him a deal that he's happy with, and if the Dodgers potentially don't match that offer, I think Teoscar Hernandez would potentially, head out to Toronto. What do you guys think? Do you think Teoscar Hernandez would leave the Dodgers if he gets offered more money than what the Dodgers are offering? Because how much are the Dodgers really going to want to offer Teoscar Hernandez? That's a big question mark. Are they really going to want to offer him more than 80, 90 million, right? Or is this kind of where they want to be at? Which, like I mentioned, which is being reported from Bleacher Report, a 3-year, $54 million deal. Are they looking at a 3-year max? They don't want to go over 3 years considering his age. They want to keep it at 60, 65, 70 million. Is that kind of the ballpark range that the Dodgers are going to want to offer Teoscar Hernandez? That's a big question, right? What do you guys think? I think the Dodgers are going to be aggressive. They're going to offer him more money. I think this is a low amount for the Dodgers. These guys have a lot of, like we've talked about, they have deep pockets. They could spend a lot of money. And I think 90 to 100 million is probably the max the Dodgers are going to go for Teoscar Hernandez. And I do think a 3 or 4 year deal does seem realistic. I don't think the Dodgers are going to sign him for 5 or 6 years. I do think some other team might be willing to do that. And in the end, that could be the difference for whether Teoscar Hernandez stays or not. We've seen this before. That extra year ends up really kind of sealing the deal for a player to leave. This is not the NBA, right? The NBA, the team you're on is kind of going to offer you that 5-year max, right? And the other team that's trying to get you can only offer you 4. So there's always that kind of idea that if you're going to leave your team, you're leaving for less money, less years. Usually is the case. Here in baseball, it's not the case. I mean, these guys are free agents, and teams are free to offer them as many years as they want for as little or as much as they want, right? There's no kind of rules here that kind of guarantee money or kind of force teams to pay you a certain amount. This is completely a free agent market. Now, Teoscar Hernandez did give a statement to Dodger fans earlier today. He said, "What a year," is on Instagram from Teoscar Hernandez's Instagram. I want to take a moment to thank all the fans for their incredible support throughout the season. You are the driving force that pushes us to give our best in every game. Your energy and passion are felt in every corner of the stadium. So, Teoscar is appreciating what the fans gave him this year. The Dodger fans were the best fans out there. We definitely, I think, took Teoscar Hernandez and with open arms, and he felt at home for sure with the Dodgers, which is always great to see. Most players, when they come to LA, that's exactly how they feel because they don't feel that in other markets. Let me tell you, with the pressure, and playing on the Dodgers is definitely a lot of pressure. I don't want to act like there's no pressure playing on the Dodgers, but there's just something about, wearing the Dodger blue and playing in Dodger Stadium with the fans there, the energy that I think players really love. And I think Teoscar Hernandez appreciates the fans, support this season in a historic year for the Dodgers, of course, winning the 2024 World Series. Just let that sink in. World Series champions. As always, make sure to subscribe. I want to thank everybody for their support. Without you guys, we would be nothing. I want to thank all the fans out there. Myself and Brad J are grateful for you guys every single day. And as always, let's go Dodgers. Woo!